My loves, sorry, I'm snotty again. Okay, Jodie's come in 7.5 weeks. She's had these on. She was counting it back on her calendar, but this one is damaged, really badly damaged, and it actually was so bad that I did not do another enhancement on the nail. I will explain to you why, but basically she shut it in the car door and the acrylic did not break. However, her nail bed broke into skin and it was very sore and like a wound. So there was no way I was going to put chemicals on top of that and risk any damage. So what I've actually done is cut the tip, holding it really firmly, and then I tried to file it and even that was too painful for her with a hand file gently. So what we did was I said to her, I'm not going to put another enhancement on there because it's really damaged, where the car door just yanked that nail. So I've told her to keep it wrapped with like micropore tape or a plaster just to keep it firm, keep it in place, keep checking it, and then hopefully by next weekend it will be less painful, no open wounds. Sorry, my nose is terrible. So I'm going in with we've soaked off the rest of them, filed them down, soaked them off, so that took about half an hour to do those, and obviously we spent a lot of time on that little finger really trying to figure out how best to do, and so I could get a look at what was going on under there without hurting her. So now we're going in with Ethel and just removing any non-living tissue, pushing back the cuticle and sort of revealing a little bit of extra nail to work on. We've obviously cut these right down because we're going to put new extensions on. I sound terrible, I'm so sorry. So as you can see, Ethel's very good. It's got a chiseled shape, so it's excellent for really pushing that non-living tissue off the nail plate, and it's helped. Well, you can see 7.5 weeks these nails have been on, and the only reason there was lifting was because it was shut in a car door. The others had no lifting, so that's a record for me actually. So let's have a little high five. But I did tell her off because she shouldn't. If you're watching Jodie, don't leave it that long again. Seriously, girl. It's very dangerous for your nails. It puts too much pressure on them because they're unbalanced, so it's not a good idea. And it wasn't by my choice. She works incredibly long shifts and she has a busy family life. So after I've used my e-file just to remove any other little bits and bobs, I'm just using my Helen cuticle nippers from Navy Pro and kind of checking any dead bits of tissue that are hanging off. And also here I'm just getting dust right out. If your client gets dust in the nail folds quite deep down in there, you can use Ethel to kind of nudge them out and then just brush them off. It's very helpful. I was so poorly as well doing this set. I was so very, very poorly. I had a migraine and at one point I thought I was going to be sick whilst doing her nails. I was really, really poorly, but I couldn't leave her in that state because it's so painful, and I know it's painful. So I've applied Glitter Planet pre-pinch stiletto tips and then we've cut them down. And I'm actually going in because I couldn't use acrylic because my head was too bad. We're using Premier Gel Builder in a Bottle. I have never used Builder in a Bottle. I am a gel qualified tech, but I've never used Builder in a Bottle. So I used my normal primer and then I presumed that I would apply a thin layer to the nail to give the next layer something to build onto, to stick onto. So that's what I've done. Also, when you're working with gel, you need to take the shine off of the tips if you're tipping, because otherwise the gel just will slide off. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not applying it really thick, so I'm not applying like a builder layer now. It's just working that into the nail bed. So I'll do that on all the nails and then I will cure it for 60 seconds in my LED lamp. This gel it says UV and LED, which is handy. A builder in a bottle is weird because the gel has the thickness of like a hard gel that you would use for sculpting and building extensions, but the brush is not as firm and I'm used to using a gel brush, so it was a strange experience. But she let me try it out on her. It just took a little bit of getting used to. I know I've got different designs on my nails, but I was trying things out. This set is going to be really simple. It's not difficult. I was very, very poorly, so I just wanted to get something simple, and it's not perfect. I wish I'd done some things differently, but I was learning as well. So I'm going to go in on the ring finger with another thin layer of the Builder in a Bottle, and then we're going to tap some glitter into that nail. She has to have glitter. It's like she said, I just need glitter. Okay, just give me glitter. So I'm actually going to tap using my gel brush into my glitter and then onto the nail. This is the Holographic Square Mix in grey from Glitterati Nails. We're going with grey, black and marble on this set. I'm triggering myself with the way I'm speaking right now. I am annoying myself, so I'm really sorry if you're annoyed by my nasal tones. Is that avoidable? So I'm tapping in. There's a very thin layer of wet gel. I'm just tapping in with my brush. I've kept it in real time so you can see how careful I am. I'm like, ooh. Such a gorgeous glitter though. She was in love with that. So we're just doing the whole entire nail with this. Oh, I'll show you at the end. I will put in the footage of the dogs playing, because obviously our dog Milo and her dog Frankie are, we say husband and wife, they're best friends, they love each other, and they've actually made babies. And Frankie is due anywhere within the next, I believe it's the next 7 to 10 days, I think she's due. She's very pregnant with lots of babies, so we're very excited because Milo's going to have a puppy. So here I'm applying a bigger bead of the Builder in a Bottle, and I kind of twist it off of the brush and then feather it down the nail, because obviously I need the apex area to have more product and I don't want the tip to be bulky. So this is where I'm well more practiced in acrylic than I am gel, so it was a little bit different with the way I did it, and I'm sure there'll be somebody who uses Builder in a Bottle all the time sat there now with their head in their hands and going, Sarah, what are you doing, mate? Sort your life out, my love. But it's a new product and I wanted to try it, so, you know, sorry I sniffed, it's gross, please just mute me if you want to. I'm so sorry. I have a lot of trouble with my sinuses. They're incredibly sensitive to dust. And I did not, it's my own fault, I didn't wear a mask yesterday, so I was filing off the old design and I didn't wear a mask, and that has irritated my nose. So now my nose is swollen inside and very irritated, and it's not very nice. So I'm just adding a bit more product, and then it'll go in the lamp and cure for 60 seconds. I kind of felt like I was getting into it a little bit, but what I will say is Jodie had a tendency to tilt her nail over to the side, like everyone does. Everyone has a favourite side that their hand kind of wanders off to. And with this, if I did all 5 nails, when I went back to have a look, the gel had moved. So it might be worth doing a 10-second freeze over each nail once you've put the layer down, and then doing a full cure at the end. Just because otherwise your product's going to move, with this particular one anyway. I could have used my Young Nails gel, thinking about it, but I wanted to try this because it was new. So. All of these other nails are going to have gel polish on, which again is different for me because I normally use coloured acrylic majority of the time. But I do like gel, and I like working with gel. and I like the fact that the fumes don't get to me, because if I do too much acrylic work, then it hurts my head, no matter what brand I use. But the one that gives me the least, like, I don't really have any effects from Diamond Nail Supplies. Only if I was to probably sit there for 10 hours a day, I'd probably get poorly. But I don't. Milo's sat with me now. Aren't ya, mister? So again, just building up and then feathering it down towards the free edge so the free edge is not as thick. I forgot to film. I thought I was filming the filing and the first layer of polish, and I wasn't. So I'm really sorry. So I'm in the second layer now. We've filed. And I'm going in with the black, the white, there, and the grey. They're from Premier Gel. Sorry, that was a text coming through on my computer. So random, my computer's hooked up to my phone. So, Milo, they're my tissues, you're not eating them. Get off. Strange dog. So this was the point when I was really, really poorly, actually. Every time her hand went in the lamp, I had to go outside for fresh air because I felt so ill. And I thought, please don't be sick, please don't be sick. That's all I could keep thinking, please don't be sick. You know, when you get the sweats and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go. I was like that. So now I'm top coating with Diamond Nail Supplies Tack Free Top Coat. Look at this one. Ah. The hollow on this is stunning. Then we top coat them all and cure them for 60 seconds, and then I'm going to go in and do a marble design on the white nail. So I'm just using some of the black gel polish, making random squiggles. It really doesn't matter where. Kind of spread them out because I want the shadowing effect across the whole nail, and then I go with a little bit of acetone on my brush, dip it in and watch it work its magic. And then you can kind of control what it does and where it goes. You can remove some if you've got too much. If it's flooding, just put your dry brush down and it will soak it up. It's really clever. And I think it really helps with that marble look. I prefer working with acetone now. I used to use isopropyl alcohol, but... So I'm going in with my liner brush again. This is the 8mm detailer brush from Alchemy. Just applied a couple more lines and then I'll go back in and kind of smudge them out again as well. And you can do that as many times as you want. I have not set this in the lamp yet, so I can move it about, keep playing with it until I'm happy with it. It's not going anywhere. Then I'm coming in with Aphrodite from Alchemy, which is a beautiful kind of rose gold gel polish. And I'm just doing a little few accent sparkles in between the lines, around the edges of the lines. It really doesn't matter where, I just try and see where I think it would look nice. And then once I'm happy with that, that will go in the lamp for 60 seconds, then I'll top coat, put it in the lamp for another 60 seconds. And I didn't get it on camera again, but I added the crystal clear mix from Angel Crystals, Swarovski Crystals on the thumbs, and there we are. I survived. I'll add some puppy play now for the doggies. Tally bye.
He's a good boy. She's a good girl. She's a beautiful girl.
She said I'm very sweet. Love me.
Oh, they have kisses. Are you beautiful? Yeah, you love